lovely English learners. Welcome back to another lesson where we make English grammar simple, fun, and easy to remember. Today I want to clear up a grammar mystery that confuses many students: the difference between infinitives and gerunds. These two forms pop up everywhere in English, and knowing when to use each one can really boost your confidence and fluency. If you've ever been puzzled by phrases like to eat versus eating, or wondered why we say I want to go but I enjoy going, you're in the right place. Don't worry, you're not alone. This is a common challenge for English learners at all levels. So, let's break it down together and make it crystal clear. First, what exactly is an infinitive? This is a term you'll hear a lot in grammar lessons. It's simple. It's the word followed by the base form of a verb. Think of it as the most basic, unchanging form of the verb. For example, to play, to dance, to study. These are all infinitives. You can use them to talk about actions in a general way, or to express purpose and intention. You use infinitives after certain verbs, like want, need, hope, or plan. These verbs are often about wishes, intentions, or decisions. For example, I want to learn English, or I need to finish my homework. Notice how the infinitive comes right after the main verb. Not I want learning English. That just sounds strange, right? Using the wrong form can make your sentence confusing or even change the meaning. Now let's talk about gerunds. A gerund is even easier to spot. It's just the verb with ing at the end. Playing, dancing, studying. These look like the present participle, but they act differently in a sentence. Gerunds act like nouns in a sentence. That means they can be the subject, the object, or even the complement. They describe activities or things you enjoy, dislike, or talk about in general. For example, swimming is fun, or I enjoy reading. In both cases, the gerund is the thing you're talking about, just like a noun. Notice you don't say, I enjoy to read. That's a common mistake, but it doesn't sound natural in English. That's a common mistake I see all the time. Remember, after enjoy, always use the ing form. But which verbs use infinitives and which use gerunds? This is where things get interesting, because English has some patterns, but also a few exceptions. Let's look at some examples together and see how it works in real sentences. After decide, you use an infinitive. So you say, I decided to go. The same goes for promise, hope, and plan. These verbs are always followed by to plus verb. After enjoy, use a gerund. I enjoy going. The same is true for verbs like avoid, finish, and suggest. These always take the ing form. Here are a few more examples to help you remember. I hope to see you soon. I promise to help. I finished writing my homework. I avoided eating too much sugar. Hope to see you soon. Notice the pattern. Some verbs just feel right with infinitives, others with gerunds. Avoid eating too much sugar. Promise to help. Finish writing your homework. Each verb has its own rule, so it's important to pay attention. But wait, some verbs can use both forms. That's right. Sometimes you can use either an infinitive or a gerund, and the meaning stays almost the same. For example, start. You can say I started to read or I started reading. Both are correct. The same goes for verbs like begin, continue, and like. It depends on the verb, and sometimes on the meaning you want to express. With some verbs, the choice can change the meaning slightly, but with others, it doesn't matter at all. So, how do you remember all these different rules and exceptions? It can feel overwhelming at first, but don't worry, there are some tricks to make it easier. My tip: pay attention to the verbs you use most often in your daily conversations and writing. Make a list of them, and note whether they use an infinitive or a gerund. Notice which ones like infinitives and which prefer gerunds. Practice with real sentences, and soon you'll start to remember them naturally. Over time, it becomes natural. Let's recap what we've learned so far, so you can feel confident using these forms. An infinitive is to plus verb, like to eat, to play, or to study. Use it after verbs like want, need, hope, and plan. A gerund is verb plus ing, like eating, playing, or studying. Use it after verbs like enjoy, avoid, finish, and suggest. Some verbs use one, some the other, and a few can use both. The more you practice, the more you'll recognize which is which. Keep practicing, and don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning, and every time you use these forms, you get better. Every English speaker has been confused by this at first. Even native speakers sometimes mix them up, so you're in good company. The more you use these forms, the easier it gets. Soon you'll be using infinitives and gerunds without even thinking about it. Thanks for watching and happy learning. Remember, practice makes perfect, and you're doing great. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more English tips. See you next time.